All right. So, lots of good news today, obviously. Excited about the new license from Paizo. I think that's a solid announcement. Which they're calling, what do they call it? The ORC. Hell yeah. Yeah. Super excited about that. But anyway, let's get into our lovely Starfinder game. So, last time, you guys finally finished fighting your way through the reactor. There were things from beyond time. There was weird beings that exist purely in the drift. Outsiders that have only recently been birthed, as the drift is only about a couple hundred years old. That loud noise is my cat running into something again. I don't know what his deal is today.
My cat's being crazy too.
Dude, calm down. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is the deal. Okay. It all culminated with a battle with this being right here, who you later learned was named Niren.
This fucking guy.
Niren was kind of a unique entity from the plane of time, and he used those abilities to great success as he both stopped time, fast-forwarded it, froze it, rewound it, all sorts of things to try and stop you guys. It seemed like in the end, he wanted an excuse for someone to challenge him. He was planning on destroying the Starstone and the station with it, citing that the Starstone, much like how planets pull on gravity, the Starstone was pulling on fate, and that it had been in this part of the universe for so long, either on Galarian or Absalom Station, that it was like pulling fate too much in one direction, and he thought that was getting unfair. But after some debate, you guys stopped him from at least immediately blowing up the bombs, and just said that he would fight you guys, and the winner would decide what would happen to the Starstone. Did end up detonating the bombs briefly, but as the time kind of fluctuations were flaring, the explosions slowed down, and by the time he disappeared after you slew him, the explosions were negated, leaving the chamber, thankfully, completely unharmed. You guys powered up all those auxiliary generators to help with stuff like gravity and like ease of life within the station. After the fight, you were finally contacted by Camelon, Lynn Camelon again. This is one of the head rulers of some station, and more importantly, the general of the stewards, the peacekeeping force. Last thing you guys heard from him, I don't know, I feel like the whole fucking apartment complex is going crazy. There's cars and cats and everything's losing it. Camelon was able to finally radio you guys as the interference from the time mishaps were cleared up. He said, "There you are," Camelon answered, his normally stoic tone filled with relief. "I'm guessing that if I'm getting through to you, you made more progress on the auxiliary generators than our previous group of engineers did. You're just in the nick of time. More ships are starting to come to Absalom Station's defense, meaning we need to put some thought into how we're going to destroy this ship before it destroys us first. The priest of Eloritu that Miss Knott hired seems convinced you all are meant to be the point of the spear in our offensive, and if you really did get those generators back online, hell, I'm not going to argue with her. Return to the Planera to discuss the station's defenses as soon as you are able." Along with that wash of time, you all effectively rested for 8 hours, returned what you had lost, and I believe double leveled up. Truly a leap in power. But where we last left off, you guys were going to head up to the Planera to discuss this final battle that you're going to spearhead and prepare the Armada. Any questions on that from last time? I feel like that's a shorter recap than I normally do, but also most of the last session was like a 19-round fight, so I guess not a huge amount changed.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it was a lengthy fight, to be sure. Okay. So we'll presume you guys are headed back up then. Yes, okay. So, going through, I have been making notes on the successes you guys had throughout this journey in various ways. And
Nothing but success.
it's very fair. Pretty much. I mean, yeah, pretty much. You guys only had, I think, one time where things started to really go south, which was that riot by the spaceship. So overall, pretty fucking solid. You defended the Idari. That was successful. Going off, I'm gonna rattle off some of your successes here, as it will affect the success of the Armada. All the fleets assigned to the task were able to successfully return to Absalom Station, along with 4 additional Kasathan fleets.
Nice.
So 4 more fleets to fight with you. You guys did not fail the checks. That part does not matter. As you were able to cut a deal with a summoner, as you guys get back up to the Planera, you can see through the dome, giant red pentagrams appear in the sky over Absalom Station as these 2 Endbringer devils just materialize through the gap, bringing the power of hell to bear for Absalom's defense. Your gamble did pay off with all the rolls you made, and you were able to rescue the Eoxian fleets. And not only that, that effect rallied the rest of them, so there's 8 additional Eoxian fleets here. The map of this space battle, I filled it up with examples of all the fleets. There are way more here, presumably out of sight, but there was only so many I could put on the map without it looking ridiculous. With station defense, you guys have brought back a lot of the, you know, just general stuff you need to run the station, gravity, the, like, HVAC systems, station power, lighting, and shielding. You were able to quash the riots, thankfully. Which, if they had gotten any worse, would have reduced some of your fleet effectiveness. With all those successes, I'm going to read you guys the next part to prep us for the final section. Alright. You guys arrive, kind of enter the conference room. The priest of Elaritu is there, and most of the Decemvirate are here via either in present or in hologram to discuss things. The Armada has formed. Shapes in an arc around Absalom Station, starships reaching out in nearly every direction, steward vessels, planetary military craft, hired mercenary ships wait at the ready. Within them, people from across near space arm weapons, check scanners, the humans of Lost Galarian, the neighboring Lashuntas, Yosoki, the Eoxian dead, the androids who were created, enslaved, and then freed, the Kasathas and Shirans who found a new home here in the Pact Worlds, and the Vesk who had once sought to conquer the system, but have now allied with it. All of them united, forming a shield against the invading force posed by the ancient alien Ark and its fleet of drones. Steward Director General Lynn Camelon's voice echoes over the comm channels. Thank you all for coming. A few days ago, as you know, an unknown starship entered our system, ignoring our hails and attacking our ships. Hours ago, it made its intentions clear. It seeks nothing less than the Starstone itself. It seeks nothing less than the complete destruction of Absalom Station. We do not know the full capabilities of the vessel, but we do know we are unlikely to be a match for its capabilities. Our mission is to pierce its shields so that the best among us can destroy the ship from the inside. The destructive potential of a Starstone in the hands of this foe cannot be overstated. Not only would many lose the last remaining touchstone of the world that birthed them, but it would mean the end of the Pact Worlds. In all the battles we have faced as a united front, we have yet to surrender 1 inch of ground, and we aren't about to do so now. Some of you are fresh from battle, with no time to rest. Some of you should never have seen combat this soon. I ask all of you to summon your courage, discipline, and pride to serve side by side with us once more. Give today everything you have. If we lose here, there will be no tomorrow. With that rousing shout, the communications cut off, leaving only the silence of space. A few minutes later, you all receive a direct communication over a private channel. You wouldn't have any reason to know this, but my brother is on one of those ships. This is Cambrissa's unwavering voice transmitting over the speakers. He'll be fighting for you, so please give it your all. as you all begin to move in and prepare your ship, the Solosia, which has been fitted even beyond the capabilities of your actual level, via the donations from both Abadar Corps and the defense of the station as a whole. The Armada has begun to move to engage Ark Prime, and the battle for Absalom Station will soon be... Paladin. Jesus. Just jumped on my keyboard. For those wondering why I just threw a cat off screen, I did not just throw him far. He landed on the bed right next to me. So for those worried that I might have just yeeted a cat, I did not. I looked back at the camera. I was like, ooh, that looked kind of odd. All right. Show. Do you guys have any questions, as you've been pretty much sent to accomplish this task? Cambris, if you guys remember, that was the name of the Eloritu priest. She just saying like her brother's on one of the ships, and he'll be fighting with you. Any questions or final checks or anything you are trying to prep on your ships or your persons before we go?
Sounds like we have a plan. Get on board and blow it up from inside.
Hell yeah. That is your task as the best among us. It'll be your job to breach their shields and find a way in. As such, much like they said, you're leading the spear tip assault towards this. There will be, I'll tell you now, there is a lot of various side things in addition to regular space combat. They're going to come into play here. Including the armadas you guys have done, the fleets that you guys allocated earlier, all of those different things will all come into play as long as random effects. As you all board your ship with these messages and rousing speech from the general, you can see that there is just chaos in the stars. The Armada has begun to engage all of these various drones coming out of the Devastation Ark. You see like transport ships full of Vesk are trying to like breach the larger drone ships and like plant explosive directly. You see Pathfinders using like experimental Magitech weapons. You see Kasathans, Idaran fleets, all of them like kind of weaving in and around you. Your primary task, as the last ship you see kind of bidding you good luck, is the Starbrand. That is Lynn Camelon's ship. As it kind of breaks off, most of these ships are on the map layer. Your ship, you guys, I think, will immediately see on your sensors, there is a fleet of one large destroyer drone and 4 escorts that are bearing down on your position specifically. All right. Cool. God, this is so many steps that I want to make sure I don't mess up, even though I've already gone through this all.
I think I might have asked last session,
yes.
But did we have time to quickly buy any things before we...
Yes, you did. They basically, as you guys were going out there.
Okay, because I assume after we take out ships, we still have to board the ship and blow it up.
Correct.
So did we want to pick up some healing serums while we were still here?
You guys have time to do that. Whatever credits you want to spend, you can spend.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah. I just want to
Probably
say,
a good idea.
thank God I've been writing down my credits, because every time I do anything in my sheet, it resets my credits to 0.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know anything else, anytime that else happens.
I think, yeah, it's weird. The big thing I was looking at was instead of getting the Dragon Worm Gland, I changed my mind on that and decided not to get it. But I want to pick up an Elite Rocket Cauldron.
Okay.
So where is the other one? Fuck, do I have enough money for that? Let me see what I have written down. For 94. biosynthetic nanites. Mark III.
Biosynthetic nanites. Damn.
Yeah, I would have to get rid of the what do you call it? The dermal plating, but
That feels like it'd be worth it.
yeah, I can just tell the dermal plating, and then I think Mark III or Mark IV regenerative blood. I'll add it in the meantime. I just wanted to let you know, as well as some serums of healing and some ammo. But
All right.
I'll write it all down and send it to you, just so we don't have to waste time with.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyone else need to grab anything?
I did grab some stuff. I grabbed a Iridium Star Aeon Stone and a Dark Blue Rhomboid Aeon Stone.
Okay, nice.
The Dark Blue gives me +2 to Perception, +2 to Sense Motive. And the Iridium Star means I could survive in 0G for a certain amount of time.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, and I have movement in space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not 0G, space.
In space.
Yeah.
All right. So, there's gonna be a lot going on. Let me make sure I'm getting at the beginning of each round. We are going to have a fleet phase. You guys, because of extra fleets you have gathered due to your previous successes, you all have 32 fleets to work with. These range from Eoxians, the Devils, a pair of them count as a fleet, Idarans, Pathfinders, all of these. So you have 32 to work with. The way that this works, there are multiple areas of engagement in this battle. A lot of fronts. I'll tell you right now, the 3 areas of engagement where fights are being like the hardest pushed one way or the other. There is the station defense area. There is the thick of the battle, which is like the center mass. And then there are the Arc Prime shields, where the collective fleets are trying to lower those costs. And sorry, I didn't answer your question earlier. Basically, it's pretty hard to pierce with scanners. Paladin, stop. Pretty hard to pierce the scanners. They are trying to zero in on a landing position for you guys. They have not done it yet, as the shields are kind of causing interference. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Each of the 3 areas. It's a lot. It's gonna be a lot for me on the back end here. It's gonna get complicated, but they have a current like rating on their status in the battle. So it ranges from disaster to near defeat, toss up, near victory, and objective secured. The farther along you guys succeed as fleets, the closer those will be getting to that final stage of objective secured. So, first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to roll a d6, which will determine which of the 3 areas is currently being affected, and where Arc Prime is trying to get some gains in those areas. Actually, sorry, you guys will have to distribute the fleets first. Sorry, I'm confusing myself by doubting what I had originally thought.
No worries.
Okay, so before we start, or before they roll their first round to see that d6, I want you guys to decide where your 32 fleets are being stationed. There are like pluses and minuses to, good side, pros and cons of all these defenses. Thick of the battle, you could potentially destroy more enemy forces, freeing up, more resources later in the fight. Station defense, if you leave station defense too low, you're putting the Starstone at risk. But you also need final area. You need to take down the shields if you guys are going to land. So where do you think you distribute? So you 32 fleets, 3 locations. You could do.
Is there any opportunity to redistribute later if we wanted to change?
Yes, you can redistribute at the beginning of each fleet phase, which happens before each round of space combat.
Maybe we start sort of fairly even. Maybe 10 each on the thick of the battle and station defense, and then 12 for the shields. Or something like that. 11, 11, 10. I don't know.
Makes sense. What do you guys think? 11, 11, 10, 10, 10, 12. What are you guys thinking?
I am a fan of the best defense being a good offense, so I would be pro leaving fewer to defend the Starstone and more to punch a hole in those shields.
So you think even more so than 10, 10, 12, more like 7, 10, 15 or something?
I think that makes sense.
I'm cool with that.
All right. I think that plan makes sense. So I'm going to write that down. And I'm going to track our current level of success.
Sorry, did we come to a consensus on that, or are we just still...
What do you think? Do you want to lean one way in on one way or the other there? I think the two people were kind of thinking about 7, 10, 15 for station defense, thick of the battle, shields. Trying to take out enemy shields.
I think the station can maybe survive without shields, because it did before. But if the Starstone gets fucked, then everything's fucked. And everything's all for naught. So maybe swap the Starstone and the shield defenses.
So go down.
Well, the shields is the Ark's shields that we're trying to penetrate.
Yeah, you need to eventually get in the shields to... It seems like the only way you're going to kill this is kill it from the inside. Just because the sheer mass of this ship, you guys, it's hard to bring enough firepower to bear to destroy it from the outside.
Right.
What good are snub fighters against a station of that size?
Oh, okay, then yeah, probably what Flock was saying. The 7...
7, 10,
something.
15? Okay.
Yes, that's the one.
Sure, it's okay. This gets complex. All right.
In our scans of the Ark, do we see any trenches or anything?
Someone's reading ahead. There's a trench.
Is there really?
Really?
Pretty. Not exactly a trench, but basically there's going to be two. Once this already enormously complicated phase happens, because it's like the biggest Starfinder space battle they've ever written in an AP, then we will go to event 2, which is you guys trying to fly across the surface of Ark Prime.
Yeah, you gotta skim across the surface to dodge the turbo lasers.
Right.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of me rolling random things that could fuck with you. Yes, including anti-personnel turrets.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
I think we got those breaching pods.
That, honestly, might come in very handy. Okay. So, Ark Prime this round is throwing a lot of its attentions into attacking station defense directly. So that means I will be making a DC harder for your check there. You guys need to make... one person can make all the checks, or you could split it between you. But in the 3 engagement zones, you guys need to make an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check. And I'm adjusting DCs on the back end. It's easier to figure out based on how you've allocated fleets. So because you guys have allocated 7 to station, and they're targeting station, that might be a bit hard. So who wants to make, we'll go in order, who wants to make this check for the station? Either int, wisdom, or charisma check.
Koth has pretty good intelligence, so he could do it.
You know what? I'll tell you guys. The bonuses are fun. You're gonna add the bonus, the number of fleets. So, Koth, you're making an intelligence check on this first one.
If everybody else is good with that, I have the 24 intelligence.
God, you guys are so
Yeah,
fucking stacked now. Okay, so you're gonna make your intelligence
fine
check
with it, yeah.
with an additional +7 because that is the number of fleets you have distributed there. And the better you do, the more successes you're going to increase in that area, getting it up to that final objective secured state.
You said plus the
Whatever your normal int check
units,
is,
the
and then
fleets.
yeah, +7 fleets because that's what you attributed to station defense.
Okay, we're doing this with a total of plus 14.
Whew, that's big. Woof.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Alright, at the moment, station defense is looking pretty fucking bleak. You guys have not progressed it any farther than just disaster.
Don't love that.
So that was not a critical failure. Hold on. Yeah, any resolve points you guys have on abilities, fleet phases is going to be a big time to do it. Okay, so this was in the state.
If I'd have rolled, I could have re-rolled, but you know. Not much to do.
Unfortunately, as you try to coordinate fleet movements, a series of drone strikes, huge wings of like arrowhead-shaped formations of drones slam into station defenses. You lose one of your fleets as you see a bunch of Eoxian ships tumbling out of the void.
Oh no, not the Eoxians.
Fair.
They're dying again?
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Okay, so that was the critical
Came all
failure.
that
effect
way
there.
just to die.
All right.
Right.
Who is making the next
Suckers.
intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check? Yeah, I mean, you know, they brought back 8 new fleets, and now you're down to 7 of those new fleets. Int, wisdom, or charisma.
I'll make a wisdom.
All right, this will be for the thick of the battle section, so you're gonna add a 10 for number of fleets.
Okay, so 10 for the number of fleets plus my wisdom modifier.
Yeah, like make a whatever your regular wisdom check would be plus an additional 10.
God damn.
Ooh, okay, that was not bad. That was not bad.
It's not good either.
All right, so the thick of the battle has now progressed up from disaster to near defeat.
Oh, good.
That sounds worse than it is. You got 2 instead of +1, which was very good. Good progress for you. All right, last but not least, this is going to be against the Arc Prime Shields. You guys attributed 15 fleets to make this a stronger success. So who wants to make the last of mental stat check? If any of you are better, like someone can go twice if you guys want. Like that is allowed within the rules.
Yeah, I
My
think
high-
for those 3, I'm out of it. So you guys, whoever's the highest, you know.
I've got an 18 for int. If that'll cut the mustard.
I think the others
I
might have
think-
more than that.
Yeah.
I think
Goss,
Goss
you
has
want to
like
take
a
this one?
+8 or something.
Cost, you want to do another one? +8? Sorry, +8 plus another 15, so +23, I believe.
Sure, he'll try for the redemption.
All right, yeah, you got a critical fail last time, but this could be big reversal here. Reversal in fortunes. so tense right now. Just from the fleets. All right, whenever you're ready,
Do
Klaus.
not want to know what your notes look like then.
It's a thing.
Well, it is better.
I may or may not have like a tablet, the Starfinder GM screen, like, and my laptop and a second screen all open at once, but that's fine.
All the tabs.
26. Okay. Oh my god, I only rolled one higher than last time.
Yeah, fucking brutal.
Cost. This is the most like insane fight cost I've ever been a part of. It's very difficult to see. Okay. You did progress your progress on destroying their shields somewhat. Paladin, chill the fuck out. I'm gonna have to lock you out of the room in a minute if you're gonna keep this up. Okay. Cool. Nothing else will happen to you, I believe.
That's good.
No. Okay, nothing else has really badly happened. Alright. That brings us to the first round of, like, direct combat. We are going to start off, of course, with our engineering round. I need to have my destroyer stats. Alright. So, we don't have Zashi right now, so we don't have a second gunner. If MK, if you want to roll for Zashi, so we have two gunners there.
Yeah, let me pull up her character sheet.
Okay.
I'll have to type the rolls in, but...
Fair. Does our engineer want to do anything? And MK, are you still acting as a mystic? Or I think you might have changed last time, right?
Yeah, I switched to captain.
Okay, so you can hop in whenever. Per the captain rules. But since we don't have a mystic, go ahead and what are you gonna do, Koss, with engineering?
He will ask the ship, do we want to, well, the crew, do we want to go fast or do we want to shoot stuff out of our way?
Solid question. I feel like I know Flack's answer.
Yeah, I think we want to go fast.
Go fast? Hell yeah.
Although Zashi probably wants to shoot.
You guys are a decent amount away from your target, so up to you. Still within guns range.
Saying it'd be a long shot?
It'd be a 1 in a million. Not with your guys' skills. Far better than that. Alright, so it sounds like you want to make that check cost to do... I think we'll do speed. It sounded like.
Yeah. So I'll divert power to engines.
Alright, 10 plus a bunch now, because we have a high tier starship.
Yeah, but we got a clunker as far as speed goes. Big, but it's not all that nimble.
Oh, it's chonky.
Corners like a river barge.
It only has a 10 speed.
So basically, I was gonna say it's a DC 35, so that does succeed. Koss down in the engine room. Boom. You like crack your fingers a little excitedly as you see these like powerful engines in your massive ship, which is swelled in size from when you guys first fought the Aslanti. Your speed has indeed increased. By 2, specifically.
Cool.
Alright, next up is...
Remember, too, guys, we have 3 times per round we can
Yes.
use a +5 from the computer.
That is big. All right, Doppler, your AI, manifests. And is there anything you particularly want? Here's Doppler again for those who don't remember. All right, what am I doing? What do we need from the science center? So you guys could have him, don't need to balance shields or anything yet. You could have him scan one of those ships, try to figure out what it does, target a specific system, lock onto them, or improve countermeasures in case they are doing stuff to you. The last two cost resolve points. I'll keep track of his pool of resolve points.
Yeah, I think we should scan first.
Yeah, seems smart.
See what we're dealing with.
And then he's gonna go for a computers check. You see, kind of flows of, binaric code all over his coat as he activates the scanners. Plus its defensive countermeasures. Ooh, they're so complicated. Okay. He does succeed. He's going to get you the first 2 tiers of data. So basic info and then defenses. Which will be AC, TL, hull points, shield points, and core PCU. And you also get speed, size, maneuverability. So I assume you're scanning the big destroyers. You've not really seen them before. That is a Civ drone destroyer. They're large. They have an average maneuverability. And they have a speed of 8. Their AC is 37. Their TL is 34. In terms of HP, they have 230. And their shields are 80 in each quadrant. Oh, and their PCU is 400.
Okay.
And is that all you learned from that one? I believe that is all you're getting. Oh, he would tell you, I don't think it's something like me in there. There's some sort of AI overmind. No actual crew complement. All right.
Oh, no crew.
With that in mind, Flack, time to get behind the piloting wheel here.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna jump in first.
Yep, jump in.
With the captain action, and encourage Flack to try to give him a +2 on his piloting check.
Ooh,
just say, "Come on, Flack,
big
we need
money.
to get out there right away. Get out in front of this thing and take him out."
Hell yeah. What's your diplomacy check, right?
So it's either a check using the same skill at DC 10 or a diplomacy check at DC 15. So I'm going to use piloting as the skill check against a DC 10.
Okay.
Goddamn.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's absolutely a success. As,
+2.
you feel MK's,
You got it,
calming
MK.
presence behind you. Yeah,
So good.
you guys have trained for this, baby. All right, I'll tell you right now, the number to beat...
What do these fucking Civ know about the shadow plane? They don't know shit, Black. You gotta show up.
The piloting roll to
Teach
beat
'em.
right now is a 46. Oh! Absolute
Got 'em.
fucking last second. All right, they're going to have to move first. That was brutal. Basically, the little tiny drones have to follow the main drone usually, so they act on the same initiative in terms of flying. Woof. Okay.
Fly casual, Flack. But don't look like you're flying casual.
He boosted his speed a little bit. He's going to come to here. His tiny little drones are going to break off in formation around them. Do they have perfect? I believe they do. They do. Okay, good. If they go over any ships on the map layer, we're going to presume that's happening in the background. Alright, the drones kind of two of them break off to the sides, but they start whooshing towards you guys. Now they have all maneuvered. It is the Soloja's turn as they kind of try to spread this wide net to get you guys caught up in.
All right, I'm doing a little bit of measuring here.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Just a sec. Ugh. I've got an extra 2 hexes, right? So I've got 12. All right.
There we go. And what is your guys' maneuverability now?
Oh, it is clumsy. Turn 4.
Damn.
Yeah,
we're
upped
missing
our
large.
armor so high.
I
we
suppose
got
you guys,
almost-
yeah, you guys are fucking huge now.
All right, I'm gonna go to here, and it's just a straight fly. But I do want to. I gotta go back 1 because I have to turn it a tad.
All right, your engines start powering up, blue glow filling the sky behind the enlarged Soloja from its original size, as you burn around the outside of the drone formation.
Yeah, so we can use turret to do the one to our starboard, and then we've got 2 in our forward arc if we want. So,
Yeah.
set it up for you.
All right. Excellent.
And I will say too, you guys probably can use the +5s on your shots.
Nice.
All right, so they're gonna fire. So we're gonna go into the gunnery phase. Oh, sorry, because you guys fire first because you won the piloting. What is being shot where?
I'm gonna be in the turret, and I'll be shooting the missile launcher and plasma cannon. I believe at this one, if that's starboard from us.
All right. Yes, sir. Go ahead and make your check on that.
That's just a either dex check or piloting check, whichever's higher, right?
Correct.
The weapon is heavy. Do I get a bonus from that?
I don't think so.
I think that's for
your-
personal weapons.
I think
right?
that's just your
Yeah.
personal weapon.
Had to try.
I'll look into it. That isn't. I hadn't considered that.
Separate check for each weapon.
Yes.
Or it's been so long since the last ship combat. Isn't there like a?
Yeah. So there's
fire
multiple
one-
like gunnery things you can do. So you can either fire at will, which is you can fire any 2 starship weapons regardless of arc. Each one's made at a -4. You can spend a resolve point and do a broadside, which is to fire everything in a 1 arc, including turret-mounted weapons, at only a -2. So basically, if you did that, you could do turrets and all of the forward arc, for example, all of those guns firing. And
Yeah, I'm
then
gonna-
precision targeting, which is... you basically do like extra critical effects if you hit an area that has no shields.
Okay. I'm gonna burn a resolve point to broadside the starboard one with
Ooh.
both weapons.
With your
So
two
piloting-
two turrets, then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go with
Piloting check
your
for each.
piloting one. Yep. And remember, if you guys want to, you can before you roll, you can call it and get that. Is it a +3 from the computers now or +4? From the built-in computer.
Sorry, it's a +5.
It's +5. I was wrong on both counts. Okay, do you want to burn one here? You recharge them at the end of the fucking turn, so
Yeah, at the end of the round, so use it for sure.
Yeah.
no reason not to.
I
at
can
this
use it
point.
I can use it on both, or
Yeah, I think use it on both, and then there'll still be one left over for Zashi.
all right, cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so that's without the +5, right?
Yeah. So 33 for the first for the missile launcher.
33 will miss, even though missile launcher
34.
34 is 34. Oh, it's +5.
Yeah, it's
34 does hit because missile launchers target TL, and that's their TL.
Yeah,
Holy
but,
shit, you hit, and 37. Oh, plus that, yeah, you also hit the AC from the other gun. So both guns hit.
Right, but it's +5 and then -2 from broadside.
Oh, okay, then the TL one wouldn't hit.
Yeah.
But the second gun does hit. If you want to roll damage on that one. And if you pull up the Celosia sheet, I think you can just roll the damage, even if it's not the to hit. And it should be in everyone's journal. Are you
Yeah, I
fighting?
think you could just click on the weapon to fire it. It should do all the stuff for you.
Christ.
Ugh.
Oh, it does do it.
I think I'll just. There were so many menus I had to go through. In the future, I'm just gonna roll the damage.
It gets a little complicated with this sheet, I will admit. Okay, so it's gonna take damage on its shields.
That's a crazy low 5d12.
Yeah, that was actually insane.
Yeah.
All right, Zashi could still do a gunner reaction as well.
Okay. I think didn't we already fire the antimatter missile launcher and the plasma cannon?
Yeah, the turret guns have been fired, so you'll need to use
The forward arc guns.
Okay.
And you have,
Uh,
I think technically you have 3 in your forward arc because they're huge sized. Yeah, you could get either of these 2 drones or the big drone.
I think there's only 2 for the forward. It's the same as the turret, except the forward has a particle beam and the turret has a plasma cannon. It's the aft that has the nuke and the
Right.
shoot.
Just an
yeah,
aft
so I will
launcher.
just fire the particle beam and the missile launcher at, I don't know, I kind of want to shoot it at the carrier.
The big one? Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Stop.
So that'll be D20 plus BAB plus Dex.
Unless your piloting
Plus.
is higher, you want to use piloting.
It's not for Zashi. Dex plus, was it 3 or 5 from the computer? I am going to use the targeting computer.
+5.
So this is the antimatter missile launcher in the forward arc. 47.
That will hit.
Oh. Okay. No. Yeah. I see what you mean now. About the all the things to click through. That is obnoxious. So just 10
That
damage.
was a high roll.
Like that. Nobody tells Ashi that this is going well for her.
Okay.
She'll just be mad and say that I'm cheating on Roll20 or something.
Almost immediately eliminating the shields on the starboard side.
Well, I'm going to follow up with the persistent particle beam cannon and try to punch all the way through with a 46 to hit.
46 does also hit as missile, doom, this like purple sphere of antimatter rips through their shielding. Particle beam tries to punch a hole left in its wake.
Yeah.
However, that will overload their starboard shields and head into their actual health. It is okay.
Get some!
You see the beam cuts across the side. You see like multiple small fires and explosions burst along its starboard flank as the beam cuts across. All right, it's time for them to fire some stuff back at you. Regrettably for them, the drones, their main gun is not facing towards you, but they do all have turrets. You see along their bottom, 4 torpedo launchers launched, each turn towards your ship and ignite. They're each going to make single shots, as is their wont. Alright, these are going to be versus your TL. Alright, first one is going to be 31 versus TL.
Miss.
Then the next 2 are misses then, and then a 34, also miss, I think.
Also a miss.
These plasma torpedoes impact the sides of your shields and seem to do nothing against your powerful weapons. Alright, the destroyer, you've caught them not able to bring their forward guns to bear. However, they are going to fire their starboard particle beam at you, as well as their turret plasma cannon. With various bonuses that their supercomputer's been doing. Okay, particle beam to start with. That is going to be 51.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Particle beam, that's impacting your forward shields. Not a huge amount. It's going to be 22 damage to the forward shields. Next is their plasma turret. That is going to be a crit. You see the turret, a much more powerful version of the ones on all of their ships, boom, fires a sphere of roiling plasma at you. It's going to deal 72.
Okay.
All to the forward shields. Your shields boom, flare and roil, but they are still intact as you have upgraded your ship to be a veritable tank under these circumstances. Alright, that is the end of this round of ship combat, which means we're going to go back to fleet engagements. Now, to my other fleet notes. You guys lost a fleet, bringing your total fleet number to 31. As it stands, Station Defense has not made any progress towards objective secured status. The thick of the battle and taking out their shields has made a little bit of progress. Where do you guys want to arrange your 31 remaining fleets?
I think we got to move something back to Station Defense.
So it's Station Defense.
I don't know. We had a bad roll, but what are the odds of that happening again?
It's an interesting take.
Yeah, I mean, I want to take at least one out of the higher 2 and bring it back to Station Defense to give it a +8. 8, 9, 14. +2 could, I don't know, maybe not. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Alright, so what was the final numbers? So just guys, I don't think I clarified this well enough at the beginning. You guys like started in the middle of progress towards failure and like objective secured. You're basically in a tug of war right now to push each other back. So like the thick of the fight and the shields moved closer to success. The other one moved closer to failure. So what was the final breakdown you decided on?
Well, I proposed 8, 9, 14.
8, 9, 14. Is there any objections to this? Does not.
No, I'm fine with that.
All right, does not sound like it. Okay. In that case, let's get to our mental stat check. Who wants to go first?
Come on,
Either-
Cost. Redemption.
Koss, you can do it. Redeem yourself. You're basically rolling at a plus 16. For station defense. Or MK can do it as well. Up to you guys. Costs? Okay. So 9 plus another 8. It is not a critical failure, but it's not progress anything. So that one stays the same as it was before. MK, did you want to do your one on the thick of the battle?
Sure. Yeah. And what's the bonus on that one?
Thick of the battle had 9 fleets.
So stat plus 9.
Yes. Any of the mental stats, up to you.
What is happening?
That is also a failure, but not enough to reduce your success, just not enough to progress it. And then if one of you guys wants to roll again for shields, you're adding 14 to that. So I think, yeah, Cost tossing it to MK after a 3, a 4, and a 2. Understandable.
I mean, MK's not doing a lot better.
That
Okay,
is a
come on.
success.
Another 2?
Marginally pushing the shields a bit closer to objective secured. Now I'm going to roll the d6 to see which of those battlefronts is counteracted by the destroyer fleet. Okay. That is station defense again. I'll tell you right now, if you critical fail, or if you don't succeed and this thing rolls to target station defense again, that battlefront will be a wash, and you will have to abandon it in favor of the other 2 fights. So you're basically as low as you can go in station defense, not having already lost it. Alright, that being said, we're out of fleet phase, so back to regular ship combat.
Yeah, we had some bad rolls. It's all good.
You did get a pretty fucking sizable hit in on their destroyer, though. Alright, their AI is doing some engineering shenanigans in the background. What does Koss want to do with his engineering shenanigans?
He was gonna overpower, but I don't think we're in need of all of that yet. So he's just gonna focus on the engines again.
Yeah, to be fair, you guys haven't even taken any, like, hull points yet.
Is it the science officer that does the shields?
It is, yes. If you would like during the science round, Doppler will certainly do that. Okay, 47, that's a success for your thing, so you're good. Okay. Next is, they've done their engineering stuff, so helm phase stuff. It sounds like you want him to just rebalance the shields.
Yeah, I think, because I want to put our forward towards these guys, so I think so, yeah. Just redistribute evenly.
All right. And remember, you guys should be restoring 10% of your, or is it 5%? Based on the power level. Okay, hold on. Well, first of all, let's see if he can redistribute it. Okay, you can redistribute the shield points however you want.
Okay.
And that will, you also, regenerate, I think it's 5% of your PCU power in shields each round. So what's your PCU in the slows right now?
400.
So 40, you get 20 shields back, and you can redistribute whatever you would like. So if you want to just add 5 back to each one because you got 20 restored, that's also fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, that is stuff. Let's go to piloting the drone fleet versus Flak.
I'm gonna jump in real quick,
Ooh, Captain
and
Sam.
I'm gonna do a taunt action. I'm gonna use the communication system to broadcast a taunting message to the enemy destroyer. Just tell them that they face the combined might of the Pact Worlds, and their ancient rust buckets have no chance.
Before you make your roll, you wouldn't have a way to know this before. However, the drone ship AI, you get no response, and that doesn't do anything. Since they don't have an actual crew, you successfully would do that, basically, like auto-succeed that check, but it doesn't affect them.
Well, good to know. In that case, MK will sit back dejectedly in his chair and encourage Flak. Go, Flak, go. And
You left a mean voicemail on the machine.
Yeah.
I did. I left a mean voice on a computer's answering machine. So, yeah, that beats a DC 10. So plus 2 to Flak.
Alright, plus 2 to Flak. Flak, I'll tell you the number you are looking to beat this time. They're going to spend some computer shenanigans on it, too. Okay, much worse. They did much worse this time. You're only looking to beat a 42. Ooh, you're going to go first. Additionally, as you guys begin to maneuver your ships, you hear a message broadcast. Sounds like to the entire fleet. At first, it's, "Where are you?" And then the channel closes to just you guys, and you hear, "You are but a speck on the flow of time. Your lives will revive an empire that is stretched across eons." As you all hear this, whoops, drop my phone. It occurs to you that you are hearing this not in Civ, like other messages you've heard from their ships. This was in Common. Alright, so go ahead and move the Celosia first, Flak, and they will follow after.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Four. Get my turn in. Oop. So I'm facing. God darn it, come on. It's not letting me turn it. There we go. Okay. That is where I want to be. And I would also like to do an evade.
Okay.
Which I think now that we're tier 17 is a 35 DC.
That is true. You have already stopped an Empire. Change up our music a little bit.
So that gives us a +2 to AC and TL.
Nice. All right, they're gonna make their moves. They improved their maneuvering a little bit. Hold on, I gotta move that drone out of the way so I can spin this ship. They all have perfect maneuverability, so they're just gonna kind of spin around. their arrowhead formation basically reverses, so that they are all going to be firing at your forward shields. Additionally, we did not roll for it earlier, but you would have gotten a critical effect from their crit on you. Where's my dice? There they are. Okay, nothing huge. The Sologia's ships have progressed from nominal to glitching. Which is not a huge change for you guys. Alright, now it is to shooting. We're gonna start with all the drones.
Just a second. What is glitching?
What's it called? Fuck.
Life support.
Sensors.
Engine.
It was sensors.
Sensors. Okay.
Yeah. And that should auto change the stats for the ship when you click it. All right. This is gonna be from all of the little drones. First thing they are gonna do is they will all fire those turrets they shot at you earlier, which is the light plasma torpedoes. Okay, 49. Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay, 49. The others are gonna miss. They rolled really badly. So one torpedo goes through. Torpedoes are really low, but okay, big damage though. 21. And now that they are all able to face you, they level their linked plasma cannons at you. See the beams kind of converge into one and slam towards you. Okay, that was extremely... 49, 49, 49, that one. They rolled the same on the first 3 shots.
Yeah, they hit.
Alright, so that is going to be 4, 8, 12. You take 71 as the beams kind of link up and lance towards your ship.
Okay. Glad we redistributed the shields.
Next up is going to be the destroyer itself. Not only is it going to fire its plasma cannon turret towards you, it is also going to be able to fire its forward linked rail guns.
Is there anyone else helping us with these guys?
There were random checks where they will interfere. And also your fleet successes will cause fleets to come to your aid if you are doing better.
Okay.
None of that has happened, yes, but yes, there is so many ships around that it will absolutely affect this. Okay. The linked railgun is going to be a 48.
Yeah, it's...
Alright. 41 damage, and the missile launcher is a 2 on the dice. That's a miss. Okay.
Oh, wow. That was close. We
We
got 2 shield points left forward, guys.
Oh, God, you guys are hard to punch through the shields of. Just these, like, 4, like, solid light beams, plasma torpedoes, and then, like, a railgun, just this piece of metal accelerated close to the speed of light, just slamming into it, and your shields remain intact. Alright, it is your gunner turns now.
We still got the targeting computer enough for me to use 2 and Zashi 1, right?
Yes, correct. And I think, yeah, let's have you use the 2 because you're actually here.
I'm gonna burn another resolve point to broadside him. And the first one is for the missile launcher, and the second one's for the plasma cannon.
Okay, first one missile launcher, second one plasma cannon. This is at the big guy?
Yeah. I think we want to take him out first, guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
+5, so 41.
yeah, but then -2.
Hold on, making sure I got his shields correct in the different spots because he had to redistribute after your guys' last attack. So +5, 41 down to 39.
Yeah.
That is going to be a hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that one. And the second one, or second piloting check, that is also a hit for sure.
All right. So first one is 10d10.
That sounds right.
Damn.
Boom. Dark matter ripples through. Looks like his 4 shields are still there, barely. This next shot will probably punch through. All right. Some of that damage does get through to his hull again. You see part of the front of this drone just explode from the impact. And then Zashi's guns.
Okay. Now Zashi is firing from the forward arc.
Oh,
Is
I
the
don't
big
think I
guy
forgot to
in
show
our-
you the art. This is the destroyer, by the way. These are their big ships.
Cool.
You can see that, like, literally the
Like
front
a-
thing is just a giant railgun. Most of their ship is the railgun.
I was gonna say that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So are they in our forward arc right now? Is the carrier in the forward arc?
Yes, because he's so fucking big.
Okay.
It's basically the carrier and those 2 drones. The 2 closest drones are not.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna do the same. D20 plus Bab plus Dex, which okay. But I'm also going to spend a resolve point and fire just the heavy antimatter missile launcher with a precise targeting attack. The attack hits and the enemy ship's shield on that quadrant are depleted. You deal critical damage to a random system.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, the front shields are depleted.
All right. And I'm gonna, if it's all right, I'm gonna use that third computer boost.
Go for it, dude.
Oh, hell
This
yeah.
is the last shot anyway. Oh, that'll absolutely be a hit, so this will critically damage. Go ahead and roll the D100, see which systems are damaged.
Oh, I love rolling D100s.
Ooh, its engines are glitching now. You've slowed it even more.
Oh no.
Nice.
So this thing's moving even slower than you guys now.
Yep, 10d10.
Oh yeah, also oh my god, solid roll.
Above average. I like that.
Nice.
Boom. This thing
Why
seems
couldn't I roll that?
This thing seems bloodied now as boom, a massive explosion seems to like rip off the front of the railgun. You see like
Okay.
green and blue fire like spill briefly into space before snuffed out by the lack of oxygen.
Wicked.
Additionally,
All right.
oh yeah, you have one more gun, right?
I don't think so. I think precise targeting. It says.
Oh, you did the
spend
precise
one
targeting.
Resolve and fire one weapon at a single target.
Yeah, you can't stack with other stuff, so it is just one shot. I mean, that seemed worth it. Slowed them even more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shot him in the ass.
As you guys do all of that, you hear Lynn Cameron's voice crackle through your speakers as he's just like, "Careful, on your left." And he's not exactly where he was before, but boom, blows by in this mass ship, the Star Brand, heading somewhere else in the battle. But as he goes by, he fires what's called a Super X laser at them.
Super X.
He slams it into this drone, which already had weakened shields that it had to redistribute. It does hit. This is going to do 3d4. I don't even know if this formula will work, but times 10. Did not. Okay. Well, I also typed it wrong. Alright, 10 times 10. Boom. The X laser slams into this one for 100 damage. Blowing through part of its shields. And this one detonates due to the previous damage you guys did. Boom. Good hunting. He leaves to disengage with more forces.
Don't leave.
That was about as good as he could have done, honestly. That was really good. If he had rolled one less on those d4s times 10, wouldn't have made it. Wouldn't have killed it. Alright, we are back to the fleet phase. Nothing has happened for us to lose any more fleets, I believe.
We're in deep crap, though, on the station defense, right?
Yes, so you have 31 fleets. Shields, you are the closest to getting to objective secured. You're almost there. Station defense, if you critical fail, you'll lose. If you pass and it's not by a lot, there is still a chance that the Civ flagship will also render that battle moot. However, you know, the higher you roll, there's a chance you can progress by, like, more than one tier.
Yeah, I think we roll. I mean, it's up to you guys what you want to do, but I think we need to roll some fleets over there to help with station defense.
Yeah, as many as we can spare.
I might take 4 off the top.
From the other tables I was rolling on, you guys did not lose any additional fleets this round, so you still have 31.
Yeah, I mean, if we pull 4 off of shields and put it over, that makes it 12. And we got 12, 9, 10.
We maybe move like 1 or 2 off of what station? Not shields, but the thick of the
Thick of
battle.
the battle. It's already at a 9.
I say we leave that one.
For what it's worth, shields is the closest to, like, full being objective secured. So even if you lost a little bit on that one, it wouldn't be as bad as if you lost on station or thick.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not gonna roll another 2. Impossible.
Why would you
Never
put
gonna
that
happen.
evil on you?
It's just statistically never gonna happen. So
It's a hot take.
If you do, we're set to end up here long.
It's an extremely hot take.
God himself couldn't make us fail this roll.
Fucking Iomade starts interfering directly on the mortal coil. Okay, so what's the final thing? And then pulling any off shields, or are we doing 12, 9, 10? Seems like 12, 9, 10.
10 sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
12, 9, 10.
Mental stat roll number 1. Whatever your normal roll is, plus 12 for number of fleets.
You mind if I eat this bad karma?
Eat it.
Cost?
He'll take the bad karma so that cost can be free.
Have at it. I'm not rolling again.
Alright, fair enough. MK, it's all on you.
Oh my god.
That is a success.
Slightly better.
That is a success. Jesus Christ.
Who knows? Maybe by the end of the session you'll roll a 5.
If you had not redistributed more fucking fleets there, that could have been a failure. You could have just blown station defense. Okay, station defense creeps
Shit,
a little.
God, you'll never kill me.
Creeps a little bit farther away from the disaster tier.
God damn.
We're still hovering around the near defeat tier. Alright, MK, go ahead and roll for the thick of the battle. This one's at a +9 from your redistributed fleets.
Extra thick.
Okay,
Not
that
bad.
actually is... I think that's going to creep it up 2 successes. Ooh, that's big. Thick of the battle is real close to being objective secured as well.
Thick as a brick.
Alright, last one is shields. Jax, do you want to do shields?
Do it.
Sure.
Plus any mental stat that you normally roll, and then an additional 10 from the fleets.
Alright.
28? That's also a double success.
Yeah, honestly, well done.
Okay,
Holy hell.
basically any level of success next turn, and the shields will be breached, allowing you to land. Alright, now to determine... Oh, shit. Dropped my phone. That's where my precious notes are for this. Okay. They do focus in on shields as you begin to... They kind of like start shooting at the fleets who are penetrating the shields, and shields is reduced a bit more, but it is still right on that cusp. So thick of the battle and Arc Prime shields are almost at objective security. They're both in the near victory category. Yeah, also, yeah, shout out to Jax being the only one to roll 10 plus. All right, we are going to go back into ship level combat instead of fleet level maneuvers. Go ahead and start off with our engineering things.
So I have a question.
Lay it on me.
Is our bartender qualified enough to do anything in the open crew actions or minor crew actions?
Is he just like holding on?
You
to,
mean
like,
fucking Dennis the
tables so they're
bartender?
in the fetal position?
Could he bring me a martini at least?
Okay, hold on. Let me see the minor crew action table. I forgot that was even a thing.
Passive maintenance or something?
He could try to fire a gun at a penalty.
Have him fire the nuke
Hey, why not?
if it's free.
So yeah, he'll you see like stumbles in like sloshing like 50% of the martini out as he hands it to you. And he's just like, this is fucking crazy. There's thousands of ships out there. What the fuck are we doing?
Shoot a gun.
He's point him toward the tactical missile launcher. He's like, oh, what?
That's a nuke, by the way.
He's like, this is a nuclear device? What do you mean? The dot.
Short
you signed
controlled
up for it.
bursts, buddy.
This
You
is
see,
what
like,
signed up
Two
for, it's written
atoms
in the
get very
contract.
close to each other. They love each other very
shaking
much.
hands. He just like over his like standard flight suit, like straps into the chair. We'll come back to that in the gunnery phase.
You're gonna do great, buddy.
Good question, Cos. He'll do his best.
Grub will wrap around his shoulder to give him comfort, or freak him
Oh, do I
out,
have-
whichever works.
Hold on. Let me see.
Watch him get a nat 20.
I
That would be
need.
amazing.
Wait, where is it? Fuck, where is it? I need to find the handout, just so everyone knows this is what's wrapped around him right now.
Amazing.
Oh, does it want a
Ugh.
drink? What is it? I see it sometimes in the hold, but it makes me nervous.
It's like caressing his face with those like leafy things.
Oh god,
Ugh, awful.
I hate it.
It's like a worm mixed
I
with
love
like
grub.
flood tendrils.
Ugh. No me gusta.
Yeah, not fucking ideal, admittedly. All right. They are doing their engineering shit. Cost, what are you doing as you send the NPCs to shoot guns?
I will spend a resolve point to overpower.
Ooh, baby.
Specifically, well, let me roll to overpower first, and then I'll tell you what I'm
Yeah,
overpowering.
it says you can roll to then see if you're successful for it. I believe it is a 42 that you're looking for, so that should work.
Cool. I will overpower the engines for a +2 to speed, the weapons, so all ones become 2s, and the shields. So we restore another 5%.
Yes. So another 5% shields restored, and you guys can feel the fucking like subsonic thrum of the reactor as Cost pushes it to its limits. You see, well, they're gonna try some of the same stuff with their shenanigans, and they will. Okay. With that in mind, let's toss it over to the helm stuff. Do you need the science officer to do anything specific, or is he gonna do some other stuff?
We need him to redistribute the shields.
Redistribute shields? You got it. Plus his bonus. He succeeds, albeit barely. As you see, like, his form, like, stutters. It's, like, more complex equations than he's ever had to solve fast enough. But he does pass it by 1.
All right, and what was the amount we auto generate?
I think I was thinking of the engineering stuff. I don't think it auto generates it, but
Oh, okay.
cost
no
was giving you that
automation.
5%. I think there are things you can buy for your ship that auto generate, but I don't believe you guys have any when I looked at your sheet.
Okay. All right. Well, no,
So you do get 5% back, so you get an extra 20 shield points, and then you can distribute what you have however you want. And then, MK, are you jumping in for Flock to do a captain action here?
No, I'm gonna wait.
Alright. In that case, Flock versus their piloting. If you want, you could use one of the +5s here. For what that's worth.
Yeah, I'm definitely use it for the. You mean for the piloting?
Yeah, you can use it on piloting.
Oh hell yeah!
All right,
I have
the drones have made their check here. Well, it didn't do the math yet, but I think that does beat it. Hold on. Yes, they got a 47. They have to move first. They did repair their engines, but this is not ideal. It is going to move. Did not improve its maneuverability this time. The other drones. They spread out in various directions around you guys, pointing back toward the Celosia, trying to cast a wide net to catch you in. Alright, where are you moving to?
All right, I am moving. Here. Get that little button to let me move
That's
it.
not the song I wanted. Where's Cry?
So I've got a big guy here in the forward arc. I've got one in starboard and one to the aft. So
Oh, yeah.
all the gunners can.
Even your fucking bartender
Go on.
can get in on this.
Yeah.
Sweet Christmas. Okay. Alright. Going to gunnery phase then. You guys get to shoot first because you outpiloted them. I'm gonna start with Dennis. Minor crew actions. Let's see. Let me see the TL of the drones. He does manage it. As he catches one of
I forgot
them.
to do my evade.
What are you doing? Oh, evade. Yeah. Go.
I forgot to do my evade.
Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Sorry about that, man.
10 d8, and ones will become 2s. There is a detonation as you hear like doo, 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 like the nuclear siren warning. It's like, oh gods, please let it hit. It detonates on the forward shields of this guy. Actually 54 because that one turns into a 2. And that drone takes a little bit of damage and no longer has any forward shields.
Great shot, Dennis.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You're a natural.
MK is gonna jump in here, slap Dennis on the shoulder, and say, "See, you can't mess with a nuke."
Yeah, I guess so.
And that's what I call a tequila sunrise. And then
You see, he's just like visibly sweating through his flight suit, and it's like does not take the joke to heart.
And then I'm going to turn around and spend a resolve point to give orders to Jax
Ooh.
to give him an additional action on his turn.
Oh,
If
big.
I'm successful, he gets an additional action, but it can't be the same action. So, like, he couldn't broadside, but he could presumably precision strike and broadside or some combination. Or whatever two gunnery actions he wants to do. So DC is 15 plus 1.5 times our starship's tier.
Starship tier. So, I believe 1.5 times. I think it's a plus 25 then, because you guys are tier 17, right?
Yep.
I think so.
So 17.
Yeah, so it's 40.
Yeah, correct. Even 40.
So I gotta beat a 40.
Yes.
Ugh. Oh. Okay.
Boom.
Hey, you got it.
So I am down a resolve, and Jax gets to shoot twice.
Nice.
Light him up.
Cost, you like supercharged me. I couldn't. You're kind of cutting out. What does that give me again?
All the ones in your guns become twos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna broadside first. So first one's for the missile launcher. Actually, so I'm aiming at this one here, and that's its starboard or port.
That's at which drone? Sorry, ping it again.
Big one.
Oh, big one. That's your forward shot right now. Oh, that is it. Sorry, that is its starboard side.
Okay. This one's one of ours, right?
Yeah. He's kind of like in the background now. He's back on the map layer.
Okay.
That was Lynn
And
Camelon's ship who came to help you guys.
Okay. So their starboard one seems mostly untouched, right?
You didn't scan it this turn, so you're not quite
Okay.
sure. Maybe it is. Maybe they redistributed. You can't really know at the moment.
Okay. We have 2 targeting computers. Do you guys mind if I use those?
Yeah, I'd say go for it. You also remember
Take 'em out.
you have 2 actions, so you could do a broadside and also then shoot again with like a targeted strike.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna use one targeting computer for the first attack on the broadside with the launcher,
Okay.
and that's the first piloting check.
All right. So this is the launcher. This is the dark matter launcher.
Yeah.
Plus 5, bring it up to
Oh.
42, minus 2, 40. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
10.
52, because it rounds them up. Ooh, blows past its shields.
This is the what do you call it? Plasma cannon.
Yes, sir.
Hit as well.
That will also hit.
Oh no, wait! I'm not using targeting on this one.
Oh, okay.
So 37. Total?
Then that will not hit. No.
Okay, now I'm gonna to precision. That's a resolve, right?
Yes, you would have to spend a resolve point if you want to do a precision targeting. But you do now know that even like a normal hit will cause critical damage because you've depleted the shields on that side.
Yeah. So I'm gonna burn a resolve, and I'm going to aim the dark matter missile launcher at it again, and use the targeting
Boom!
computer on
It
this
explodes in this purple ball of like anti-energy that will hit because that's a TL weapon. So go ahead and roll damage, and then roll a D100 to determine what is being affected right now. That is going to affect one of its weapon arrays. Go ahead and roll. Give me a D5 to see which weapon is being affected. All right, its primary weapon, the linked railguns, are at a penalty right now.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, dude, that was a good shot. And then
How's the? We have to scan it to know how it's looking, right?
yes. And did you do the damage for that one? Oh yes, that's the. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. That is the end of this. Oh no, sorry, they still haven't shot yet. Apologies.
We still have Zashi.
And Zashi. God, so many. I think I thought Zashi went because the bartender went instead.
Right. I forgot Sashi was going too.
After Zashi goes, I think before we do the next fleet action, we'll take a quick bathroom break.
Yeah. So in the forward arc,
And then I think you might have range on forward on this drone. Yeah, 17 hexes away.
okay. I think I'm just gonna focus on the carrier. And I'm going to fire at will, Commander. And I think we used all of the computer bonuses, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they're all used because we used one for
Okay.
piloting this time.
All right. So this is going to be at a
Did we?
-4.
I've been using one for piloting every round,
Oh, okay.
and then we've been using 2 for gunners.
Oh, okay.
Right.
How many are there? 3 or 4?
Okay.
There's 3.
Okay, so I don't think Zashi needs to be using
okay.
them
No, sorry, my mistake.
then. No, it's cool. It's cool. I don't think it would have changed
so-
a huge amount so far.
Yeah. So fire at will, -4, antimatter missile launcher.
That one will miss.
Fuck. Precision particle.
Oh,
Come on.
you try to like
Ow.
fire your weapons so often they begin to overheat, and you have to like cycle them to clear out the excess heat in the space.
Reload.
All right, let's take a quick bathroom break here. When we come back, we'll go back to fleet actions.
welcome back.
Thank you. The Paizo just tweeted like, wow, like thanks to all, like you all are really lovely people. Like pointing, then like our site's not working right now. Please be patient. We also have more stuff to announce soon. So I don't know what else they're announcing, but shit.
Yeah, I think there was a leak where one of the employees spoke out like anonymously, and said that most of the employees are against it. It's just, I think it's the execs just made a really retarded decision.
Wait, the Wizards of the Coast employees?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we could have guessed that, but
I mean, it's the same thing that, I mean, Hasbro also made them, like, make a bunch of stupid decisions with Magic the Gathering. It's ever since they got acquired by them. They just don't get how it works.
yeah.
Alright. Let's get back into it here. Okay, so we're going into the fleet stage here. Alright. You guys are down another fleet, so you have exactly 30 to split between the three.
So we were at 12, 9, and 10.
Yeah, now you only have 30
remove
though.
one.
Yeah. Station a little bit farther along, not as close to the brink as it was, but still possible to lose this turn if things go wrong. Thick of the Battle and Shields, both pretty damn close to being objective secured.
I think we can pull some off shields and just keep them on station defense, because that's we can fail at shields and the thick of battle, and it won't be that big of a problem. If we fail station defense, then that's fucked.
It's basically like if you fail station defense and then they attack station defense on the random generator, then it's fucked.
Yeah.
Yes. I think, we're at 12, 9, 10. We have to get rid of 1 to get to 30, so we might just do 12, 9, 9. Leave station defense at 12.
Bring the other two down to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that.
No, I'm fine with that.
Alright. Cool. In that case, let's start with roll number 1. This is going to be for station defense at a plus 12 to whatever mental stat you choose.
You guys mind if I take it?
Go
Yeah.
for it, dude.
God,
Oh!
Goodness.
Big success. That jumped you up a lot of points there in station.
Yeah, we needed that.
Okay, so that's going to be...
see?
That brought you out of near defeat into toss-up, which is the exact middle. Nice. Okay. Next up is going to be Thick of the Battle. If you want to do it again, MK.
Can do.
Okay, 27.
Ooh, all right. With 27, needed higher than a 26 there to fully do it. You reach objective secured in the thick of the battle.
Nice.
The Armada has begun to largely rout the attacking Civ vessels. Pact World forces can aid in the PC's fight. You guys see several Eoxian fleets and 2 of the Vesk super carriers swivel their weapons and unleash a barrage toward your guys' fight. Get all my dice. Alright. Okay, that's gonna be a lot of hits. 2 hits on each of the small drones, or the left drone and the middle drone. So left drone is going to take 44, and it was already low on some of its shields. Left drone is looking bloodied, this one. Middle drone is going to take the same. That blows through its shields, and it has taken a little bit of damage now. Not quite bloodied. So this one's missing a little bit. Close to bloodied, half. As the barrage of, like, Vesk super carriers and Kasathan ships fire at them. Alright. To maintain that success now, this won't change your roll. You already decided where to distribute stuff this round. But basically, you can now just leave 5 fleets in thick, and then take the other 4 and redistribute them wherever you want. You don't have to keep making checks in the middle. I guess you could keep making checks if you wanted to, if you don't want to leave the 5, but if you just leave 5, you don't have to make checks there anymore. Alright, last but not least then, shields. Arc Prime shields.
Is this me?
Yeah, Jax, you want to do it? Go for it.
Sure.
This is at a +9.
Get him.
Ooh,
God damn.
that's no good.
I mean, we're fairly good with it, so I think
It's not disastrous. You haven't even dropped. You're still, like, basically at near victory stage. You didn't even drop out of that. However, you see as you try to rearrange the fleets, you're designating people from your comm station to make attack runs along the length of Arc Prime. You see one of its guns emit this, like, unearthly orange glow, and a massive laser beam lances out to contact your guys' ship from Arc Prime on that crit failure. Alright, this is going to be... okay, and it'll be coming at you from the starboard side. The starboard side takes 160 damage as a beam of energy slams into you.
How much? Sorry.
160, so it does blow through your shields.
All right, and we take some hull damage here.
Alright, last but not least, at the end of the phase, fleet phase, Arc Prime is going to designate which of the 3 sectors it's attacking. That is basically nothing happens, because that you've already fixed thick of the battle, so nothing gets reduced. That was like the most optimal roll you could have. Alright, we are into combat again. Top of the round, engineering. What are you thinking costs as I roll for their engineering checks? Hal, that was you. You knocked that over. Why are you scared?
We're gonna divert power to shields.
Nice. Go for it. That is a success, I believe. Regenerate 5% of shields. Flak, you get 20 more shields to play with, bud.
Yeah, I'm putting it all on starboard.
Fair enough. Alright. They did their engineering stuff.
All
Let's
on starboard.
go to Helm. For science checks, Doppler's like, let's see. He's like, do you want me to, I could try to lock on to finish it off, plus, basically a +2 to your shots. Up to you. Well, if you want, I can rebalance the shields as well.
I'd
Or
say
I-
maybe rebalance.
I guess if the captain jumped in and gave him another action, he could rebalance and lock on for a bonus. But up to captain. All right. Assuming
I mean,
he's.
that's a fair point.
Do you want to?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You got to go ahead and make that check. I believe you said it was a 45 last time or something like that.
I think we said it was a 15 plus 1.5 times tier, and I think we
Oh,
came
so
up with
40. Yeah, 40 even then.
Yeah. And what type of checks are those for Doppler? Just computers checks?
Computer check.
Okay. So book. That's a fail.
All right, that is a fail. He's only going to rebalance. He does successfully rebalance the shields, though. Do how you will.
All right, let me do that.
You guys are hailed by that same voice again. You struggle only out of fear. Soon you will come to understand, as I have. Acknowledge the origins of your most revered nations and systems. All were built on the conquest of lesser civilizations. Submit to your role and join us in greatness. Again, being broadcast in common, rather than Civ.
We can, like, broadcast them a middle finger.
Sure, basically. You kind of get like, you get more of like a growl in response over your speakers. You're like, all right, that is all that stuff. Then piloting time. Ooh, they did real bad. All right, Flack, it's all you. Yeah, oh, you smashed them by like 20. They rolled a 2. All right, that means they're gonna have to move first. Ugh. All right, the main ship is going to power ahead. And basically, there's not a huge mechanical effect to this, but is essentially going to try and throw its drones in the front of you guys to block it off. Alright, now it is Flack's turn to move.
Okay. I've only got my regular movement, right? So
I don't think it was boosted by anything.
Would you be able to move here and then turn?
You guys
Yeah.
aren't the most maneuverable.
I could put him there head on. But then
Wait,
we
I don't
don't
even
get,
think we have
then
to-
Dennis can't shoot his shoot the butt cannon.
He does have the butt cannon.
I think we're fine with that. I think the only way we would be able to fire both forward and aft is to place us in between
Go right in the middle.
two targets. Yeah, which isn't ideal. But if we go here, we
Nah,
got
do
both
it.
forward and turrets. Dennis can sit this one out.
I think
Is his name
technically,
Dennis?
Dennis, do you guys have a starboard gun? I think you can technically fire that too. You just have to fire a gun. No, you guys don't have port and starboard.
Yeah, we just have.
Yeah, that's a good
forward.
spot. That side is a good spot because we don't get in their forward arcs. So yeah, I think you're right.
And I don't
get
think you even have to turn. You just have to move.
I
Can you
would.
move any
I would have to
further, or-
turn. No, because
But our-
our turn is 4. So that's as far
But our
as I
forward
can
is
get.
already. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. But our
We
forward
don't
is-
move sideways, right? Like we would have to
Oh, we don't. Okay.
turn that way, right, and then turn back. So I think that's as far as I can get. But that puts
Yeah.
everybody in the forward arc.
All right, fair enough. So you get to there. You guys get to fire first because you won the initiative.
We wouldn't be able to hit this one with this one in the way, would we?
You can. I can't for the life of me find it. There is an action this one can take. Where I believe it can give it a +2 to its AC by running interference.
I don't roll my
Right.
evade too, by the way.
But it hasn't done that, or we wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, basically.
Okay.
Where is it? Squadron. Okay, it would have to make a check, I believe. So I'll just. Okay. All right. And that was your. Is that +2 to your AC flak, or did you not hit it?
It hit it just on. It's
Ooh,
35 is the
Close. All right. In that case, let's toss it up to our gunners. Jax, take it away.
I think I'm gonna take both of the targeting computers again.
Nice, go for it.
First one is for the missile launcher.
+5, 42.
40.
42 goes down to 40. With its maneuvering roll and this thing getting in a way, your shot does not impact.
Damn. Second one for the plasma cannon.
That does get through. You like the interference of them ducking and weaving in the way. This one trying to like hit its afterburners and move, but the second one does connect to its starboard side. All right. It does not blast all the way through its shields as it redistributed, but its starboard is looking super weak, as is its 4 shield. Well, I guess you wouldn't know that as well because it didn't make the roll, but there you go. All right.
Free information.
Zashi's gun.
Fire at will with the missile launcher and the particle beam.
Go for it.
Launcher first.
Not gonna hit.
Okay.
Not gonna hit. It pulled off a lot of rolls
The
to
fuck?
make these miss this turn. All right, they're gonna fire back. Okay. The drones are only gonna be able to fire their turret weapons. Towards your 4 shield. Wow, not one, and 37 for target lock.
Miss.
Ooh, all the plasma torpedoes go wide. The Civ Destroyer is going to do its turret, and then its starboard particle beam. Turret first. That is going to be a 44, so turret's going to hit. Turret, that is going to be 24 to your forward shields. And then the starboard particle beam is going to be 39 to hit.
That's a miss.
Ooh, the beam lances by you into space. All right. We are
Thank goodness for that evade.
Yeah, that was that what it was? Did that make the difference?
It did, yeah.
Oh.
39 is our AC, so it was 41 with the evade.
All right. You get another static-filled message. Surrender and let your lives be uplifted by the Civ Dominion. And we are into fleet actions once more.
Is there anything
Potentially.
we can do to shut that off?
Yeah, you could try. I'd say you can make a computer's check to counteract it on Science turn.
I don't think we want to waste it.
Okay, so I'm assuming you leave 5 ships in the thick of it, so you don't have to worry about it. Which would
What?
give you 25 to distribute between only 2 locations now.
Oh, the 5 ships stay in the thick. Okay,
Basically,
yeah,
like, you could
yeah.
make it less than 5, but then they wouldn't auto-hold it. It could go back out of objective secured status, which seems unwise.
Gotcha.
Basically, like, you leaving 5 enables you to just not worry about the thick of the battle for the rest of the fight.
Cool. How do we want to distribute?
You got
12, 5, 13? 12, 13.
How about 13, 5, 12?
13, 5, 12.
Fine with that.
Very close to the same thing. Okay, 13, 5, 12. MK, we're starting with stations here. Station defense.
Which is at a 13 now.
Plus 13 in addition to your regular roll. Oh, big roll again. Let me do some math here. Station defense is on the razor's edge of being objective secured. It's almost as high as it can go. You redistribute some of the fleets. You're like, Vesk carriers, run interference, Eoxians, back them up. Starfinders come in from above. You see, like, a bunch of Starfinder ships do, like, strafing runs with these crazy arcane power weapons. You see, like, sigils floating in midair in front of the ships. Next up is, we can skip thick of the battle, so the shields.
That's a 12.
Yes, that is a plus 12.
Alright, Jax, did you want to do that one?
Do you want to have Cost do it?
Cost, do you want to do the last one?
It's probably shaking it off by now.
Plus 12, plus 12, or like whatever it is with you, plus 20 is a pretty high bonus. Do it. Redeem yourself.
If I roll anything lower than a 5, I'm quitting.
No.
A 5 might still be a success, actually, with your bonus plus 12. It might still work. Ugh. You can do it. From your engineering quarters by the reactor, you, like, pull up the map of the system, move them around, plus an additional 12. That is 2 successes, which brings you up to objective secured.
Nice.
You see a bunch of the fleets open fire on the side of Ark Prime. A bunch of the destroyer civ drones, the ones you guys have been fighting, begin to get in the way. You can hear Lynn Camelon's Starbrand ship. He's like, clear me a shot! Clear me a shot! He is going to bring his ship around. And you see... For the glory of the Prince of Law. You see the 2 Endbringer Devils slam full speed into 2 of the Civ destroyers. They shift midway through the maneuver out of their ship form into these, like, multi-legged, multi-armed devils in spaceship armor and just rend the ships apart, opening up a gap, and a hole is punched through the Arc Prime shields. Once you guys are either defeat your targets or free up the final battle zone, you have an opening into Arc Prime's hull. Alright.
Well, okay.
We're going to start with potentially... Oh, let's see. Basically, you have objective secured 2 of them. The only way the Arc Prime's role is going to matter is if it can reduce station at this point. Which it does not. It tries to recover the shields, but fails because of those devils and all the forces you have brought to bear. Alright. This could potentially be the last combat round, because next time you only need to make 1 last success on the station defense. Alright, let's go in with engineering. The drones are going to try to repair what little systems they can. Koss, what are you doing with this round?
We will focus on weapons.
that's definitely going to pump up those weapons. Alright. They did their engineering stuff. Helm phase. How are we feeling for science? You want them to lock on this time? You didn't really take a lot of damage last time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright. He's going to spend one of his last few resolve points. Ooh, is that your piloting check to maneuver?
It is.
Good news, though. Doppler, you see he kind of like pulls up these equations floating in front of him, flicks the lights towards Jax, towards your station. All of the gunners have +2 this station as you see your weapons like power up and lock on to the enemy vessels. So any gunshot gets +2 this time. Flak. Yeah, they beat you. So you have to move first.
Okay. I am going to flip and burn. Let me see what that 15 plus 1.5. So this is a 40. Let me see. Check. Oh, right on the
Fucking razor's edge.
So yeah, so I flip and burn back at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm actually pointing the other way.
You flip the ship around. You hear the metal straining as you do this crazy flip and burn maneuver. And the ships swivel around to get right on your tail. This guy increased his maneuverability. Whoops, that was too far, but it should be 3. Turn. 3. Turn. The destroyer comes in behind as the drones come in for an attack run across you. And they are going to fire their weapons first. They have since repaired their railguns, so we're going to start with the destroyer. It is making an attack with its linked railguns and plasma cannon, starting with the plasma cannon turret. That is going to be 41 for a hit, I believe. Unless you have the shenanigans going on. Okay. Alright, the sphere of superheated gas impacts your rear shields for 42 damage. Ooh, this is big. The railgun crits on your rear shields. Alright, this is gonna be... I don't know how you would ever roll this in real life without a digital roller. Because it's 32 D4s.
Fuck.
Boom! A super accelerated projectile, just a slug of like depleted uranium slams into the rear of your ship. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the D100. That does punch through your shields and into your actual health. Alright, what's your total number of guns? Because it is going to reduce one of your guns' shots by 2.
We have...
reduce the nuke.
Well, you don't get to choose. I roll to see, like,
Oh.
randomly which gun it is.
We've got 5 total guns.
5 total? Alright. We're going to say the 5 go, like, left to right, the way they are on the sheets. Like, heavy antimatter, particle, nuclear, other launcher, plasma. 1d5. It's gonna be 3. Alright, well, that's the one you wanted. The nuclear missile launcher is -2.
That sucks, though, because that's aft.
Oh, yeah,
That's
you
where
are
they
aft facing this time. You hear Dennis like, my screen's beeping really bad. I don't know what's happening.
All we got's turret.
Alright. That was just the main ship. The drones are coming in. First with their turrets. All the turrets miss as they fail in the speed of your burn to actually make contact. But last but not least is going to be their linked plasma cannons for 4 shots. One is a 40 even to hit. The other 2 are definitely misses. This is a 40 hit.
40 hits.
All right. That is 27 damage.
And this is on aft, right?
Yes,
So
still on aft. So should still be hurting your actual hull points.
it is.
All right. It is back to you guys. Just so you know, this drone bloodied. This drone barely hurt. This drone almost bloodied. The main destroyer pretty fucked up. Like, you guys did a ton. It's way below bloodied. So do with that what you will. I guess Jax, you're first. What you firing?
Sorry, I was just reading something about the OGL. You said something about the main
exciting
ship.
news.
You said something about the main ship.
Basically,
shield
the
being-
drones are at varying levels of health. The main ship is very close to death. Like, if you could punch through its shields, you might be able to finish it off with your weapons.
Yeah, I'm going to. We still have both targeting computers. Do we have any other bonuses going for weapons?
You're getting a flat +2 on all gun checks this round from the... Sorry, my cat knocked a bunch of stuff over. I had to lean over. You're getting +2 on everything from Doppler, the scientist. Or AI.
Okay. So I'm going to spend a resolve point to broadside. So
Ooh,
it cancels
baby.
out the -2.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use both targeting computers to
Double
launch
broadside. This is me on their forward shields. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that one. Oh, big roll. Boom! Blast through the front of its shields. You can see the railgun is beginning to explode and crack apart. You see bits of the ship's like superstructure breaking off into space.
Yeah. 37.
That one does not hit.
Come on, Brian.
Dennis, but does Zashi
Dennis.
want to make one last shot? If Zashi can hit, it's over for the big one. Because its
Oh,
shield,
also-
It's Zashi.
its
I don't
shields are
think she-
gone. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I don't know what she can fire.
I mean, if she wants
missile-
to fire the fucking nuke, she could take over for Dennis. She's probably better at it.
I thought
she
the nuke
walks
was
over.
damaged from
I thought that was.
The nuke is like -2 to hit right now because it's been
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's
which
just-
is a wash from the +2.
correct.
Okay.
He runs over
yeah,
and whips him out
then,
of the chair.
yeah, Zashi runs over, snatches him by the collar.
He's like,
throws
please,
him across the
please,
room.
dude, I don't want it.
And she will. Let's see.
Ooh.
Goes up. Oh no, it's a wash. Okay. Fires the missile.
Oh, that is exactly a hit in this case.
Oh fuck!
The shields
Nice.
start to reform, and the missile slips through the gap right before it, and a detonation of nuclear white fire ripples in the shields, almost contained by its own defenses. Go ahead and roll damage.
How much damage does a
Big
missile
money,
on
big
as a
money.
nuke do? 10d8.
10d8. It's pretty hefty. As the nuclear
Oh.
fire fades, you see this ship broken in half and drifting listlessly. The main
Sashi, the
command
planet cracker.
drone is done. All right. It is back. It is time for hopefully the last fleet phase. All right. You guys can leave another 5 in shields. You've lost one more fleet. So 29 minus 10. Basically, you can attribute 19 to station defense.
That seems excessive.
I mean, you have them all at your disposal.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Come on.
Just don't roll a 1.
MK, you see an opening in the various fleets of drones and Pact World Defense Armada. Maneuver them into place. That will fucking do it.
Dead even.
Station defense. Objective secured. With your masterful piloting, ironically, this does not matter anymore. Just, if you've done this one first, you get a bonus on all subsequent fleet checks. Because the Starstone is now secure. However,
God damn it.
with that, all of your fleets have been freed up. Most of the drones are currently in shreds. You can see Arc Prime is ready to launch another flurry of drones. But before it can, after that hole in the shields of Lynn Camelon punch, the shields are starting to recrystallize in these panels of energy. But you hear Lynn Camelon followed by one of the Vesk generals talking to you and getting you ready for an attack run with your ship at the head of it. With a final silent volley, the entire armada unleashes a storm of weapons fire at the Civ vessel. Every missile, laser, and plasma cannon at its disposal focuses on a single point a few kilometers above Arc Prime's bulk. Energy crackles in spiderweb patterns across the shields, dissipating outward from the blast, yet this time, the ship's power is unable to regain control. The barrier remains warped, forming a swirling vortex as the Armada's volley pierces a hole through it. You see your communications hologram pop up, and a dour-looking Vesk, bright blue fringe on the head of his scales, wearing the uniform of a steward admiral, appears on the view screen. You see a fresh gash bleeding on his head. There's a few fires as crew members struggle to put them out on his, in the background of his bridge. By Demoritosh's blade, we've done it, he roars. We don't know how long the breach will stay open. I'm assigning the last of our unscathed ships to escort you in. Good luck, and give them hell. You guys peel off your attack run as several Kasathan vessels blow up the 3 civs on your tail. A squadron of ships moves into a defensive formation around you. Eoxian strike vessels, troop carriers repurposed as fighters from the Vesk, Starfinder research vessels, all forming a spearhead around you. As you head toward Arc Prime, you see pinwheels of point defense fire light up the line of descent toward the surface. A stray blast from the Civ ship's surface rips through one of your escort vessels, leaving nothing but a trailing cloud of fire and debris. At the last moment, the other vessels veer off, leaving your ship, the Celosia, to hurtle through the gap in the shield alone. When the blaze of weapons fire clears, the scarred hull of Arc Prime is revealed, as dozens of surface turrets begin to lift from the body of the ship and track your movement. All right, so this next section is a lot less ship battle and more of almost like a skill challenge, as you have to pilot your way across the surface of Arc Prime. You are looking to make it to an airlock entrance that you can see has been scanned up ahead and tagged by the vessels you've been fighting with, pinged to that section. Alright, so the Armada's precision and your expert piloting brings you close to your ultimate target. Constant defensive fire prevents any ship from flying too closely to the airlock entrance. Everyone, I'd say give me a perception check as you scan the terrain here before you advance.
Hey, question, Ben.
Yes.
We have these breaching pods with autonomous combatants.
Mm-hmm.
Would it help us all, or do us any good, help us at all to go ahead and send out the breaching pods and let the autonomous combatants?
Oh, I would
start
say
messing stuff up on
absolutely.
board?
I would say absolutely it would help. I'd say it's going to make some checks in Book 3 easier.
Okay. So these are the specialized ones? And I honestly, we've never used these before, and I am not sure how it works.
Let me pull them back up. I remember we talked about it before. Okay.
So basically they're robots, right? And they function as specialized combatants for the purpose of calculating their boarding attack modifier.
Okay. Check something else.
It travels in the same way as a long-range tracking weapon with a speed of 8.
Basically, it's gonna auto hit now that you're under the shields. This is like, it's like firing at a mountain point blank.
Right.
So there's rules for how it would affect the enemy ship while you guys are in starship combat, which you're not anymore. But basically, it would like be reducing their effectiveness as your robots like tore through their crew. We're gonna homebrew this a little bit. How many of the pods do you have? Or is it just like one like compartment of them?
It doesn't really say.
All right.
It says pods, plural, and combatants, plural, but it just doesn't really say.
Yeah, I see the same thing. I'm going to say, do make an attack roll with them if someone wants to fire the boarding pods, like it describes there. The higher you do, the better the bonus I'm going to give you in book 3 is, because it's going to be assumed you're firing at a more, like, important section of this massive ship. Yeah, I'll say, go ahead if you load Jasper and Diamond, the robots that Koss is repurposed into the pod as well. I'm going to reduce the DCs by even more automatically, and then I'll reduce DCs in the book by a certain amount depending on how hard you hit right here. So, let's see.
So just an attack roll, like.
Yeah, I'd say give me an attack roll, just like a piloting roll. Whoever wants to shoot it.
You guys mind if I?
Yeah, Jax, you want to launch it out?
No, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna doing some homebrew on the fly here. I'm not gonna say how much it is by now, but between that success and the specialized robots you guys have accrued over the last campaigns, plural, the DCs of certain events inside the Ark are going to be reduced as your boarding party is going to pull forces away from your goal.
Great. That's awesome.
All right. So, as we are going through, we're going to change this a little bit, because there are, how to say this? You basically have two choices here. It's going to be much harder for you to fly the ship all the way to the place you want to land. That will increase the chance you guys get shot down a lot. However, you could disembark and run there on foot, which will increase the chance of your survival. But it'll make you guys have to make, like, saving throws. So it's basically, would you guys rather make saving throws or risk the ship blowing up around you?
I'd hate for the Sloja to be blown up. I think we jump off and run, man.
Hell yeah.
What do you guys wanna
I'd
do?
say if you guys, like, pre-program a course with Doppler, you can send him back through the hole in the shields.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Alright. You guys, hot combat drop. The ship boom, hits afterburners and landing thrusters as you have to, like, leap from the platform. About, like, 30 feet down, but it's, you know, not a lot of gravity. You guys clang, land on this strange material you guys first saw in that snowy village. This weird blend of, like, organic like chitin and extremely advanced metal. All right. We're now going to take our skill saving throw challenge as you guys approach as fast as you can to the airlock. As you guys touch down, you hear the same voice you heard again in your heads. You hear, your resistance dooms an entire species. Do you consider your pride worth so much more than their lives? Everyone give me a perception check. Ooh, cost, that was big. The rest of you see... I'm going to bump cost up to a success because it was... You guys got high enough to see the blur of it. I'm going to say cost, you get a better look. You see a figure, enormous purple body, spread wings out as it seems to like swirl around the length of Arc Prime's hull. Give me a mysticism check as Costa, like, over there, points it out to you guys. Anyone can make a mysticism check if they want. Alright. You did not get a close enough glimpse, MK, to determine the age of it. However, you are very positive that that was a void dragon.
What?
Fuck's sake.
Like a dragon that lives in the void of space.
Right.
And
of course.
also happens to be telepathic.
Does it? Can we talk to it, or does it?
It seems like it's kind of just pinging you guys right now and then flying away. You've lost sight of it right now. All right. Here we go.
Love that.
Each phase of this next part, assuming you guys basically take 1 minute of action as you make your way across the surface of Arc Prime. First thing that is going to happen to you, there'll be several phases. You guys kind of leaping across, almost no gravity. But what does happen from the first minute... there is, unfortunately, a ton of battle debris around you guys. Chunks of starship hulls and other debris from the nearby battle litters this section of Arc Prime's surface. Whatever the check from the next minute is, all of you will make it a -4 penalty from avoiding the debris. Alright. So, the next thing that's going to happen during the minute, there's be a save on these things, and you guys can each perform one action as you hustle your way across the surface. You could attempt to perform 2, it would be at a distinct penalty. Here are the choices. Activate an ability. You use a special ability or a spell that takes either a standard floor on action, something you think would apply here. You could take an analyze action, which would be like computers, engineering, perception. To assess the situation, it could give you a bonus on the next phase. You could do divine, which is mysticism. Through a brief meditation or prayer, you reach out to the universe or deity. That would also affect the next turn. You could attempt to use the almost no gravity in your guys' like jets and stuff like that to attempt a fly check. That'll give you a success as well. You guys are looking, by the way, to get a number of successes equal to 3 times the number of PCs. Which we'll say is 12 this time, because we're not going to make Zashi roll for this. To save us time. You could choose to mitigate, which means you don't make any checks and therefore can't earn any successes, but you can't do any losses either. You could navigate, which is survival check. You could do a scramble, or you could take cover. These all pretty much sound like what they are. They can do different bonuses. Do any of those leap out at you guys as a check you want to do? We'll go down the list, I guess. We'll do Jax first.
You mentioned something about like using jump jets for a check.
If you do a fly, it would be an acrobatics check, and having jump jets makes it easier.
I have a jet pack.
That would also make it easier.
Okay. Do you guys... Should we make the rolls, or should we just... What do you think?
I say we make them. That divine check sounds interesting to MK.
Alright. I'll make mine an acrobatics check with my jetpack.
Alright, and remember, you can always choose to make 2 checks. It's just at a -4 penalty for each. Okay, so go ahead and make the acrobatics check. The fact that you have a jetpack is reducing the DC. That is a success. You guys have 1 out of 12 successes needed to make it to the next area.
Was that the fly attempt? Or
that was the fly one, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, continuing down the list. Flak, what are you looking to do?
Well, I have a question first. I do have this Iridium Star Aeon Stone.
Yes,
which it's for being in space, so it grants you immunity to cosmic rays, immunity to the environmental effects of vacuum, no breathing, and a fly speed of 30 feet with average maneuverability.
Okay, that will also decrease the DC for doing the acrobatics check for the fly action.
And I also have a jetpack. I don't know if that gives me.
They won't both. They're basically, each of those options reduces it by the same amount, so they don't. You can't stack.
Not stacked. Okay. All right. Then I'll do the same. I'll do a same as Jax. I'll do the acrobatics check.
All right, go for it. Also a success. Or 2 successes.
Thanks.
All right. Costs. What are you thinking?
Cost will analyze.
All right. Then in that case, that is dealer's choice. Between computers, engineering, perception, or physical science. All right. Since you exceeded it by 5, this doesn't give you a success, but you give yourself and an additional player a +2 on their next roll. And that could either be a saving throw or your next action. So costs, and then who else gets the other +2?
I'll give it to MK since he hasn't gone yet.
All right, yeah, MK. You're up next. You could use this +2 right now.
I'm gonna use that to do the divine action.
Ooh, bumping
Okay.
it up to a 50, that makes it count as 2 successes. MK, you put your hands together and you guys see the glowing purple symbol of Triune floating around his head. And you point out various directions how to avoid different obstacles along the route to the airlock. Bumps your guys up by 2 successes. That was big. Excellent teamwork. All right, next phase. All right. It seems whatever's guiding the defenses of Ark Prime is sensing intruders. As you guys pass through a trenched line, a series of power conduits on Ark Prime's surface build up a dangerous field of energy that rushes through you guys. All of you need to make a reflex save. Cost, you get a +2 on it. Flak, pass. MK, fail. Cost, fail. Jax, fail.
Wait.
Oh, Jax,
Right.
sorry, I didn't say it. You would have re-rolled it, I think, on an 18.
Yeah.
MK just took great fortitude to bump his fort save up by 2.
Okay. So everyone fails except Flak.
This session, man.
Everyone takes 73 except Flock. You save for half.
And if I save for half on reflex, I don't take.
Oh, that's right. Flak fucking hits the boosters. Oh, you have that fly speeder now, right?
Yeah.
You fly, like, manage to see it before everyone else and just go over the pulse. Alright, now it is back to you guys making the checks. Remember, you can make 1 check or 2 checks at a -3 penalty for both. You guys are currently at 4 out of 12 successes as a group to make it to the airlock.
I'll try 2 of the same again at the -3 penalty, the acrobatics check.
Ooh, double down. That's a pass. Still a pass, even with the penalties. Flak, you duck and weave as like anti-air fire and like energy pulses go around you. That is 2 successes, even with the penalty. MK, was that for the Divine?
Yes.
That is another success for Divine. Jax, you haven't gone yet. Jax, go ahead.
You said one of the checks could be engineering, right?
Yeah, that'd be Analyze. That's the one that it doesn't give you a success, but it gives you +2 on your next roll and potentially other people +2s on their rolls.
Okay. And I can just... I'm able to do the acrobatics check again?
Yeah, you can do that again. You can also do both of those actions just at a -3 for each one.
I'm just going to go all in with the acrobatics check.
Nice, okay. No penalties then. Go for acrobatics. That is not a success. Even with the lower DC from your jetpack.
What does mitigate do again?
Mitigate is basically just like... if you fail, you're losing successes. Mitigate means like you don't gain anything, but you don't lose anything. You just basically do nothing.
Okay. Cost will scramble.
Nice. Okay, that's potential to earn a success. Go ahead and make a athletics check. And we shall see if this adds another success. Ooh, that does add another success. Hell yeah, good roll. We're currently at 7 out of 12 because we lost one, then we gained one back. Is that everyone gone this turn? I think so.
Yep.
All right. Next phase. Okay. So as you guys are going through, the ship has deployed a Civ drone interceptor attack squad. Those were the small drones you guys saw up above you when you were fighting before. You guys have a choice here. You can choose, as they begin to circle a kill zone up ahead of you, you can press on and do another round of rolls just at a -4 penalty for each roll. You can choose to stay, which gives you a -4 penalty to your rolls. Or you can run through the kill zone at no penalty, but you're going to have to make reflex saves to avoid them gunning you down. So it's basically like stay still and your checks get harder, or risk getting shot and your checks are normal.
And where are we at with the checks?
Currently 7 out of 12. You guys got 2 big swings, like a double success 2 times. So you need...
I'm pretty good with reflex saves myself, so I'm for running, but I know not everybody is.
Yeah, I'm good for running.
I can't take many more hits like that last one. I'd rather our DCs go up.
Alright, that's 2 for a run, 1 for stay. Costs. Are you going to make me roll 50-50, or do you have a preference for one or the other? Because if you also prefer stay, I'm just going to roll for it, I think, to save us time.
Yeah, roll for it, because Cost isn't good at dodging either.
Alright, let's say evens odds. Evens, you guys stay with the penalty. Odds, you go for it, but you might take the damage. Okay, evens, you guys stay.
All right.
So let's... Jax, what you doing this time? -4 penalty, whatever you choose.
You said scramble is athletics, right?
Yes, scramble's athletics.
I'm going to scramble.
Go for it. -4 is going to bring that down to 37, which is still a success.
My God.
All right, brings us to 8. Let's go over to Flack.
All right, I'll do the acrobatics again.
Okay, you flying through the air. That is another success. We're at 9. Costs, what are you doing?
Cost is just gonna mitigate.
All right, you just take in the various problems around you guys and try to hold it down, hold down the fort. Which brings us to MK. What is your play here?
I'm gonna divine again.
Go for it. You don't get the double divine this time, but that is one success. No fails this time. So you guys are at 10 out of 12. But we are going to bring us, as you continue toward the airlock, another round of hazards. What is that one? Alright. Unfortunately, amidst this massive battle, some of the Armada starships are still firing on Arc Prime, and the attack lands dangerously close to you guys as ship strikes begin to land near you. Basically, one of you guys, I'm going to roll randomly, is going to need to make a fortitude save or be hurled back several hundred feet. If that does occur, you're going to take 1d2 losses. So I'm just going to roll a d4. We're going to say 1 is Jax, 2 is Flack, 3 is Koss, 4 is MK for whoever makes this fortitude save. MK, you did say your fortitudes just went up.
Yeah, by 2.
Maybe you divined this friendly fire. Could be enough. I'll tell you, the save is 22.
Oh, yeah.
MK, at the last second, you see, a premonition of the shot coming, hit the deck! And you guys, dive as, a massive, artillery round just strikes to your left. Alright. This could be, unless you guys make some fails here, this is probably going to make you to the airlock. Let's go backwards order this time. MK, you're up first.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with divine.
Alright. Channel the power of the stars.
Oh man, just keeps getting lower.
That divine, that one is gonna be a failure.
Are we still at -4 penalty?
No, that's not anymore.
Okay.
That was just for the one turn, basically. One turn, quote unquote, because each turn's a minute, basically. So, next up, let's go to Koss. You guys are at 9 out of 12.
He'll scramble again.
Go for it.
Actually, I take it back. He's gonna analyze.
Okay, so giving yourself +2 and potentially some others. Go for the roll. Ooh, okay. Your next roll is at a +2, and 2 other people's. So, the next 2 people can both make their check at a +2. So that's Flack and Jax. That was big.
Yes.
So no more successes, but Flack and Jax are at a +2. Flack, you're next.
All right, and I'm going to do double.
Ooh, go for 2. Okay, so goes up by 2 and down by 3. So it's this -1, which is a 40 and a 35, which would be a fail on the 35, except you have a native fly speed thanks to your magical item. So that is 2 successes. You guys are at 11 out of 12.
Take us home, Jax.
All right, Jax.
11 out of 12? I'll just scramble again.
Scramble with an additional +2, thanks to Koss's analysis. That is a success. You guys push past the final ring of defenses and make it to the airlock entrance. Give me 1 sec to bring us over there. Did not mean to fog of war this because it super doesn't matter, so I will just reveal it. You guys will be coming in from the west side if you want to put yourselves in the first 2 rows of squares on the west. Over here. Additionally, we're going to set up, I think, the next encounter, and then, like I said earlier, I'm going to leave a little bit early today to try to get my cat boarded before I leave tomorrow. I'm going to do some setup for our next game. First of all, time for some XP. This is going to be the combined XP of doing this, like, on-the-foot trench run, and securing all 3 areas to the objective secured status, which was big. This is probably going to be the biggest chunk you guys ever gotten. All right. Everyone in the party is going to get 102,400 XP. Which is truly an obscene number.
Awesome.
Nice.
Alright, I'm going to bring us into this next section here. Okay. Beyond the deadly plateaus of the Ark Prime's hull is a deep ravine, and within it, the door to a wide airlock surrounded by glowing sigils several hundred feet away. The entrance cracks open, and a towering blue, purple, sometimes green swirled dragon emerges, its wings rippling with intricate patterns. With a flex of its shoulders and a pump of muscles strong enough to shatter steel, the dragon launches into the air as the door closes behind it. Though its wing beats are silent against the backdrop of the empty void, the dragon nonetheless opens its mouth and emits a shrill, psychic scream. Arrogant beings, struggling to remain, wallowing in your own mediocrity. The dragon voice echoes in a dull mental roar. Defeat me if you think you can. The scions of the Civ Dominion await you beyond. They will break you, as the ship has broken the combined strength of your worlds. And you guys see, so says I, Paz Diodioth.
Didn't we just kick your guys' ass outside?
This dude. Alright, as you see him, go ahead and give me a perception check. Alright, give me 1 second. And I'm also going to show you guys some more art. This is what that runic airlock I was describing actually looks like. Just clearly techno-magical in origin. Alright, we got 31, 46, 31, 27. You can tell that this dragon is, first of all, been equipped with Civ armor around his neck, and is clearly been fighting for an extremely long time. She looks like she's been working here and living here, knows the lock well enough to get in and out. Next, I want everyone to, you guys all know that, give me a sense motive check on her. $37 is success, 39 is a success. MK and Flack, you see, look deep into her eyes, and you determine this dragon has been completely and utterly brainwashed by, like, long-term mental conditioning. You think undoing such, like, a deep level of indoctrination probably outside your guys' abilities, unless you took, like, years doing it. Alright.
Even if we had a 6th level spell?
What spell do you have in mind?
Sadly, one I didn't take. So, never mind.
Okay.
Maybe we come back with a spell gem.
Excuse me. All right. In that case, I think we're going to pause there at the 3-hour mark tonight, as there is like no way we're gonna get a fight done with a huge. Let me see what size it is. I think it's like huge or gargantuan. Yeah, gargantuan-sized void dragon's not gonna happen super fast. All right.
Yeah, none
But
of
it
us.
is going to be super awesome.
It's gonna be wild. This fight and getting inside the runic lock will conclude book 2.
Oh, wow.
So you guys are almost in the final book.
Cool.
All right. With that being said, I will end the stream. We'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching.